This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. Today, I am joined by a FENIX360 advisor and an amazing man of the planet, the one and only Mr. James Lee. Hello, James. It is so nice to see you. And thank you so much for joining me today.
Most welcome, and actually my pleasure. I'd like to share with you my long history of corporate person that actually since my graduation from the National University of Singapore. I actually an engineer by profession, but I have a history of converting myself from the engineering profession today into a capital market person. Actually, I take steps as an engineer. Is very logical, systematic, that I move myself after implementing major telecommunication project as an engineer, then become a department manager. And before moving on to a marketing manager, where I learned a little bit more of how to reach out to my customer, as opposed to dealing with machine. And actually now dealing with the customer as a marketing manager. And once I equipped with the marketing skill, I actually been promoted into a general manager. And actually that will enable me to handle a bigger project that actually looking over into planning, strategic consideration, strategy, operation, and so on and so forth. So with the capability of becoming a so-called general manager, I was actually promoted to be a country director for China, where I'm able to sell telecommunication project and services on behalf of Singapore Telecom to reach out to other countries such as Indonesia, such as China. And when I actually posted to China to undertake some of the project investment evaluation, I actually got the opportunity of doing joint venture with the Chinese party. And with the experience that I learned, I was headhunted by Motorola to be their strategic planning director, whereby I helped Motorola to handle more of the joint venture in China. So you can see that from engineering to marketing to general management, and then to joint venture. And from joint venture, I actually, after handling for Motorola, I was invited by this Vertex Management to be the GM China continuing based in Beijing to handle all these investment opportunity. That's where I evolved myself from joint venture to investment. And after being worked there for about 2-3 years, I was again invited by Singapore Economic Development Board. In short, we call it as EDB, to be based in continue based in Beijing as a chief rec, to invite more of the Chinese company to internationalize their services and their operation into countries such as Singapore as their regional HQ, expanding to the region. And with that, actually move on. That's called the internationalizations of this company. And before moving on to the capital market, where I help this company to get listed in Singapore, to obtain the international fundraising, fund management, and so on and so forth. So I think I come a long way from the engineer to coming to the capital market. I'm actually glad to be appointed by Fenix to be chief advisor for capital market and fundraising initiative. Yeah. Do you hear what I say?
Absolutely, James. Loud and clear. You have such an impressive career. And on top of that, I want to talk about how did you get involved with FENIX360 and what are you most excited about in terms of coming on board this incredible new social media app for artists?
Wonderful question. You have a wonderful question. That actually enabled me to share with you. I have given my corporate working experience. I spent about 12 years of working in Singapore, and I spent about 25 years of living in China. From there, I actually built up my relationship, including one of your chief advisor, William Hua, whom I know in one of the opportunity about 15 years ago. And you remember vividly about a person, how I myself as a personality, wanting to help people, wanting to help company to grow their business into either China or into other part of the world, especially the Southeast Asia, because primarily I'm a Singaporean. And then with a good impression that I actually had, he actually called upon me about just about 2-3 months ago, sharing with me what's FENIX360 about. And virtually, it shared with me and it gave me the idea that we are serving a segment of a market, at least they are not being well served. And this market is something where we actually help them to reach out to a bigger market where people can see their uniqueness, their value, as well as their their products and services. So that give me the opportunity whereby to link them further into the Fenix, actually to grow the business into a bigger size going forward.
That's amazing, Mr. James. Well, listen, James Lee from Singapore, it is so exciting you're coming on board. Well, you are on board as the FENIX360 advisor, helping out with all joint venture, merger, acquisition, listing, and fundraising matters. You are an absolute genius. Everyone here is so excited that you are on board, because to have someone like you with your experience, but your business savvy, is something that FENIX360, I know I speak on behalf of everyone, how excited we are that you are part of the team. James Lee, it is so nice to finally meet you, and thank you so much for your time today.
Oh, do mention, I am most welcome. You're most welcome, actually. I'm most willing to share more whenever opportunity come across. And I'm a person whom I like to reach out to people who may not be well served by the capital market. And I wanted to provide them various channels, various options for their consideration, and we can achieve what we said about mutual benefit kind of a result-oriented result. Yeah.